Thursday, January 20th, 2022. So the voting rights bills didn't pass. Surprise, surprise. Um, in the Senate vote. Um, what pisses me off, there's two things. What pisses me off is that of the 48 senators who voted to pass these two bills, they represent something like 34 or 35 million more Americans than the 52 senators who voted against it. So I don't understand how that spells out democracy or freedom or fairness at all. I mean, the Senate is, by its very nature, rigged to favor the less populated rural states because they get to and everybody else gets to, um, which sucks. So that's super disappointing. And it's a bill or the bills that are something like 58% of the population supported them, which, you know, that could very well be those 58 million or that 58% are being represented by the people who voted for it. I don't know. Because the people who voted for it represent more people than the people who didn't. So it seems to be able to subvert the will of the people in favor of the will of the state, which, and at this point, is now the will of a party, which isn't the way it was supposed to work. And the only way out of this is to elect more Democrats. And I don't know why that isn't the messaging just across the board all the time. Elect more Democrats. And then the other thing, I get, Schumer's trying to make a point, get it on record. Here, you missed the moment. Here's your, how history will remember you for blah, blah, blah. But wouldn't we may have been better served to rewrite the bills to something that was more agreeable to the Republicans, that still allowed access to vote, that put in language about, the officials at polling sites, and so because let's try to get some of the things that the Republicans are actually doing to skew election results, by firing polling people on the spot and appointing partisan representatives to oversee the vote, all that kind of bullshit. So change the language a little bit, and include some of those things that the Republicans don't admit that they're doing, but say that the Democrats are doing, to make the votes illegal or whatever it was, the voter, whatever they accuse the election being fraudulent. So add some of that language in there. Just change it up. Make it a different bill. Can we do that now? I mean, you've got this on record as a loss, because the Republicans don't want to secure the elections, which is what that messaging should also be. Republicans don't want to secure your elections. If they're so concerned about voter fraud, it boggles my mind that the doublespeak that comes out of them. So let's try again. Take the two bills, rearrange it all, and give it another go. I feel like if you hammer the message that Republicans don't want to secure the vote, you'd be pressuring them into voting for these things. But I don't know. I'm clearly not, the the representative of the people that tells you how the people are going to vote, because I think most people are just sick and tired of politicians playing politics and want to see things get done. And that's the thing that really boggles my mind, is that those same people will then still vote for a Republican. Makes no sense. The other thing that didn't make any sense is that there was a headline in the New York Times about the investigation into Trump's taxes, that he's, he essentially had two sets of numbers, one that he would give to the IRS to reduce his tax burden, and one that he would give to potential investors or lenders to make him look more profitable than he was. And which he's clearly guilty of. I mean, it's just a matter of, are they going to be able to nail him for it? And the New York Times had a headline that said, hyperbole or fraud, and then I'll look into history. It's like, I don't know where in the New York Times editorial review they decided that hyperbole was something that was acceptable within your tax returns, because I'm pretty sure the IRS doesn't like it. Hyperbole or fraud? No, he fucking lied. That whole idea is sort of give him the benefit of the doubt, and that sort of positive spin shit really pisses me off. So I'm annoyed at the Senate. I'm annoyed at the New York Times. It's a fucking Thursday. We're almost to the weekend, so we can look forward to trying not to get COVID for a few more days.